Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive.
Hello there.
Today we're plunging into a world where, well, the lines between hero and villain get really blurry.
Extremely blurry. We're talking deadly family dynamics, and the whole idea of normal is just constantly under attack.
Exactly. We're taking a deep dive into a fascinating excerpt from Dexter Is Delicious by Jeff Lindsay.
Right. And our mission, really, for you listening, is to pull out the most insightful bits from this story.
Yeah, showing how these huge personal changes Dexter's going through
Well, becoming a father.
can just collide head-on with some truly disturbing external realities. We're going to unpack the journey of Dexter Morgan.
A character many of you probably know. We'll see him navigating fatherhood, facing some shocking criminal depravity.
And grappling with his own nature. Is it evolving? Or maybe not changing at all?
That's the core question, isn't it?
So, okay, let's unpack this. We start in a place that might surprise a lot of people, Dexter, in a hospital nursery.
Right. Surrounded by what he calls moon-eyed men. It's quite the image.
And he describes the room itself as, softer, more pastel than other hospital areas he's familiar with.
A huge contrast to the usual stench of blood, antiseptic, and terror he associates with hospitals.
Yeah, for a guy defined by violence, it's like this setting is designed to challenge him right from the get-go.
And what's really fascinating is his reaction to his newborn daughter, Lillian. He sees her as this small, wet, sour-smelling marvel that has, quote, changed everything.
This is Dexter we're talking about, the guy with the dark passenger, that urge to kill.
Exactly. The force he often feels controls him. But now he feels poetry flows into my icy cold brain.
Wow, poetry.
Yeah. And he wishes his Dexter's world should die now, and a new world of pink delight will spring from the ashes. It's almost revolutionary for him.
It's not just a passing thought either. He actually says it. I don't want to be Dark Dexter anymore. It is time to move on, time to evolve.
A massive shift, or at least the desire for one.
But then almost immediately there's that small sour note.
Right. The dark passenger is amused.
And he feels like someone's watching him, someone who just scuttles away. It's like the darkness is already mocking this attempt at change.
And that pull back to the shadows, it happens fast.
Yeah, no kidding. We pivot pretty quickly from this potential domestic piece.
Straight to a chilling crime scene. A modest house, federal motor pool-ish cars outside.
And that huge smear of blood. You know immediately something violent went down.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it? Even as he's dreaming of this different, softer life, his world is still packed with depravity.
And the scene itself is pretty gruesome. Dexter's sister, Deborah, she's a police sergeant. She's clearly stressed.
Understandably, she mentions the whole fucking department breathing down my neck, never mind the feds.
Yeah, she's got a lot on her plate. And she introduces her new partner, Deke, but the way she describes him, like a hemorrhoid, tells you everything about how she feels.
Right, sets the tone. The victim, initially they think, is Samantha Eldevar, 18.
From the rich kid's school, Ransom Everglades. There's even a Team Edward poster in her room. Little details grounding her.
But the police, Deborah included, they first suspect a fake kidnapping.
Why is that?
Well, partly the sheer amount of blood, but also a weird discrepancy Dexter spots.
Ah, his special skills coming into play already.
Exactly. He identifies typo blood, but Samantha's known to be AB positive.
Okay, so something's off.
Right. So Deborah jumps to the conclusion. A girl pranking us and faking her own kidnapping. Shows how easily you can be misled by surface stuff.
Meanwhile, Dexter's trying to manage this new domestic life he supposedly wants. But it's not exactly smooth sailing there either.
No, it's pulling him in multiple directions. His wife, Rita, she's upset he's even working.
Understandable, with a new baby. A time like this, she says.
And then there are these mysterious roses turning up for him. Note says an admirer.
Which Dexter immediately knows isn't right. Is it actually an admirer? Or something else?
That ambiguity hangs there. Plus, he's dealing with the stepkids, Cody and Astor.
Right, typical kid stuff.
Pretty much. They don't want to leave their after-school program. They want pizza, not candy bars. They're kind of sullen.
Astor even says she doesn't like babies.
Yeah, which leads Dexter to give this rare, firm command. You see that paternal side trying to emerge.
So even with a newborn, the everyday chaos of parenting is very present.
Definitely. But despite all that, he does seem to embrace the bedtime rituals, being Dex Daddy. He finds it oddly comforting.
But the past isn't far behind. The dark passenger apparently gloats, "I told you so."
Especially when Sergeant Dokes gives Dexter that poisonous stare.
Ah, Dokes. He's always watching, always suspicious.
Yeah, seems like escaping your past or people's perception of you is maybe harder than Dexter thought.
So the investigation, it then takes a really strange turn.
Oh, yeah. Deborah gets this lead from Deke, her partner, about a suspect who's described as goth squared, a vampire.
A vampire? Seriously?
Apparently had fangs put in by a Dr. Lanoff. Special crowns.
Fangs. Like cosmetic dentistry.
Seems so. The doctor admits he's done it for about 24 people. Mentions a whole crowd, clubs, raves.
Okay, so there's this whole hidden subculture bubbling under the surface in Miami.
Exactly. And this leads them to a guy named Bobby Acosta.
From a wealthy family in Coral Gables.
That's the one. He becomes a prime suspect. And when they go to his house, the maid is visibly terrified.
Big red flag right there. What are they hiding?
Then the DNA results come back. The victim in the Everglades. It wasn't Samantha Aldevar after all. It was a Tyler Spanos.
Okay, so Samantha's still missing. But who's Tyler Spanos? And how does he connect?
That's the question. And Rita, Dexter's wife, she's deeply disturbed when she hears about potential cannibals.
Cannibals. Now it's escalating way beyond vampires.
Right. She finds it strange and scary that this kind of thing exists right here in Miami. It shatters that sense of safety.
Understandable. The task force meeting then reveals more disturbing details.
Yeah, like a punch bowl at the initial crime scene. It contained ecstasy and salvia.
So drugs were involved. Yeah. Parties, maybe. Raves.
Seems likely. A forensic artist, Nickel, creates a sketch of someone seen selling Tyler Spanos' Porsche.
And witnesses identify him.
Haitian witnesses identify the seller as Bobby Acosta, the rich kid.
Okay, so Acosta's definitely involved somehow. The mystery deepens, though, right, with Deke?
Massively deepens. They find an entrance token for something called Club Fang.
Club Fang. The vampire club.
Seems so. Yeah. And they find this token near where Deke's body turns up. In a bag he apparently discarded.
Whoa. So Deke was connected to this club. Or investigating it.
Unclear, but the link is there. And then they find Deke.
You mentioned his body was found.
Yeah, behind a small theater on Lincoln Road. And the scene, it's horrific. Shirtless, wooden stake through his heart.
A stake? Seriously, like the vampire thing.
Exactly. And chunks of flesh were gouged out of his face and arms, teeth marks visible.
Oh my God, that's beyond gruesome.
And the note left with him, he disagreed with someone who ate him.
Ate him, they're saying. Cannibals. For real.
That's what the note implies. It's utterly depraved, pushes everything way beyond normal crime.
This must just break Deborah.
It pushes her right to the edge. She turns to Dexter, actually pokes him, and demands. She tells him, you poke, put yourself into your trance, or talk to your spirit guide, or get your Ouija board, whatever it is you do. And she poked him with each word, and you do it now.
Wow. She's basically asking him to use his darkness, his hobby.
Explicitly asking, needing it. It's a huge moment for her. A cop asking her serial killer brother for help using his methods. A massive moral compromise.
So Dexter agrees. He goes into this club thing.
He does. Following her desperate plea, infiltrates the club on Ocean Drive. And it's just sensory overload.
Yep.
Loud noise, black light everywhere.
And is Acosta there?
Yes. Bobby Acosta, complete with his expensive pointed crowns, serving some dark liquid from a golden goblet. But the second he sees Deborah, he bolts.
Flees immediately. Pretty telling.
Very. They get thrown out by the manager, Kukarov. But Deborah insists Dexter go back later, when it's closed, find out what they're hiding.
So he breaks in.
Breaks in through a window, and inside, he finds jars filled with blood.
Blood? Like stored blood?
Looks that way. Chilling, right. It's not just a club, it's like a larder.
And then he finds Samantha, the missing girl.
Yeah, in a walk-in refrigerator. But she's not hurt. She's smiling.
Smiling. In a refrigerator at a cannibal club.
A Mona Lisa smile of perfect contentment is how it's described. It's incredibly unsettling.
Okay, that's deeply disturbing. What does that even mean? How can someone want that?
Well, she tells him, her fantasy, the idea of somebody eating me.
She wants to be eaten.
Yeah, she talks about some witch or, just somebody slowly roasting my body and cutting off little slices and eating me and really liking it.
Good Lord. That's wow.
She explains Tyler Spanos, the first victim, was a little wild, met Bobby, Vlad, whatever, at a dark rave, saw pictures, and Samantha thought Tyler was lucky to go first.
Lucky to be murdered and eaten.
Yes. She expects to be chubbed up, marbled, for flavor. That's why she's willingly eating 3 meals a day. Her delusion is profound. It's an extreme psychological pathology.
So how does Dexter react to that?
He does what Dexter does best. He pretends. pretends to understand.
He relates it to his own life.
In a twisted way, yeah. He talks about learning to act like the cool kids, how to pretend I was tough, even how to laugh. He concludes that being a human being is very hard work.
Wow. A dark kind of empathy there. His own fake normalcy mirroring her horrific fantasy.
He tries to get away, convinces her not to interfere by promising not to save her from herself.
But it doesn't work.
No, his plan fails. He gets ambushed, tasered, drugged, taken, pulled right back into the nightmare.
So now he's captured by the cannibals.
Wakes up in a trailer, yeah. Still drugged. And Samantha is there, tending to him.
Okay, this is getting weirder and weirder.
In this drugged state, he has this bizarre epiphany that food is love. And Samantha's desire is just a twisted way to share love.
Food is love, while being held by cannibals.
The drugs are clearly messing with him. They even kiss in this state, blurring lines everywhere.
He manages to escape, though.
Eventually, yeah. Punches through the trailer floor with a steak he finds, but runs right into Bobby Acosta, who orders him tied up. Looks like Dexter's next on the menu.
But he gets rescued.
Yes, thankfully. Deborah shows up with a tribal police officer, Weems. They rescue him.
And Samantha.
Deborah, being the cop, prioritizes rescuing Samantha. Even though Samantha is plainly pissed off about being saved, she's still clinging to that dark fantasy.
The power of delusion is incredible.
Truly. And a key detail here, how did they find him?
How?
Deborah's live-in boyfriend, Kyle Chutsky, he's an ex-intelligence operative. He tracked the cannibals' van.
Ah, so she's got resources outside the usual police channels. Shows the kind of moral compromises happening in her world, too.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Dexter's freaking out.
About what? Being eaten?
No, about Samantha. He's terrified she'll accuse him of rape, given the drug state, the kiss, his escape attempts.
Oh, right. He sees his whole carefully built normal life just
splintering into a million decorative shards, as he puts it. His family, his new daughter, all threatened by this uncontrollable reality.
And adding insult to injury, Captain Matthews holds a press conference.
And takes all the credit for the rescue, Dexter and Deborah. Completely unacknowledged.
Typical. Justice seems more about PR than truth.
And the obstacles keep coming. Joe Acosta, Bobby's dad, the rich, powerful county commissioner, refuses to cooperate with Deborah, just flexing his influence. Power and wealth obstructing justice. It almost creates an opening, you know.
For the dark passenger.
Exactly. But the real bombshell comes from Alana Acosta, Joe's wife.
The dragon with the diamond ink.
That's her. She finally gives up Bobby's location, an abandoned amusement park, Buccaneerland.
Why did she suddenly cooperate?
She says she's protecting her hard-won golden nest, and she justifies it by talking about her past recording career, dealing with fucking terribly unpleasant people. It's chillingly pragmatic.
Does she know what Bobby's been doing?
Oh, fully. She claims she straightened Bobby out about his cannibalism, that Club Fang was his idea to recruit for the coven and find kitchen help.
Kitchen help, meaning victims?
Yes, as meat. And then she drops one of the most horrifying lines. Laments they should have stayed with eating immigrants.
Oh my God. That reveals such a depth of depravity and classism. Just wow.
So Dexter and Deborah head to Buccaneerland. And Dexter feels this protectiveness towards Deborah.
Really? Dexter feeling protective.
Yeah, unwilling to see harm come to her. He calls it a very strange sensation, these conflicting emotions bubbling up.
But Deborah, she insists on going in alone, right? Without phones.
Yeah, headstrong as ever. Think Samantha's there. It feels desperate, maybe reckless.
And they get ambushed.
By Bobby's gang, all dressed as pirates. And Alana Acosta's leading them.
The mother. She's involved in the ambush.
Back there with them. Demands they surrender. Then she actually slices a piece off Samantha's arm.
What? Why?
Tells Bobby, don't play with your food, Bobby. You're supposed to be cooking. It's grotesque. Pure dominance, zero humanity.
So Dexter and Deborah are facing death.
Looks that way. But then, out of nowhere, this black-hooded man appears.
The rescuer.
Kills Alana Acosta, saves Dexter. And this rescuer, it's Brian, Dexter's brother.
Brian, his biological brother, the ice truck killer.
The very same. Leads Dexter to this realization, family is for rescuing you from cannibals. A dark, twisted, but maybe true statement for him.
Why have to everyone else?
Well, Chutsky, Deborah's boyfriend, he kind of breaks down afterward.
The ex-operative.
Yeah. Tearfully admits he feels too old for her, no fucking good. Looks at his prosthetic hook and foot, feels he can't protect her anymore. It shows the toll this takes, even on the tough guys.
And Samantha. Is she finally safe?
She gets left behind in the park, actually, still lost in her morbid fantasy.
Left behind.
And Dexter feels a small relief, having her out of the way without him having to take responsibility.
That's cold, even for Dexter.
Oh.
What about Bobby Acosta?
Thanks to Daddy's influence, he's essentially free until trial, which could be years away. The system fails again.
His life just goes back to normal after all that.
Bizarrely, yeah. Dexter says it settled back into its normal rhythms. Deborah's pregnant now, there's Lily Ann's diapers.
And Friday night dinners.
With Uncle Brian, who seems to enjoy playing the uncle role and using his unique skill set around Miami.
Uncle Brian, the serial killer, just having dinner. That's unsettling.
It's a very jarring mix of domesticity and darkness. There's even this almost funny moment.
What's that?
Dexter forgets this rotting diaper bag in his car. Sergeant Dokes finds it, thinks he's finally got Dexter on something.
Yeah.
It's just a dirty diaper. Humiliates Dokes. Lily Ann, the diaper queen, accidentally saves her dad. It's darkly ironic.
But then comes the biggest twist, right? With Deborah.
Absolutely the biggest. He finds out Samantha ran off again, calls it Stockholm Syndrome, and she is furious.
That's Dexter.
She tore into him, and then she asks him, explicitly, to kill Bobby Acosta.
Deborah asks Dexter to kill someone.
Yes. She says, Bobby Acosta is a killer, and that has to be the kind of thing that Dad wanted you to take care of, invoking their father, Harry, and his code.
Wow. That's the ultimate moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's not just compromising anymore. She's actively directing it, pushing him back to his calling.
Exactly. Dexter is stunned. He realizes all his attempts at reforming, at being normal, it was just a performance.
A performance of virtuous normality.
He sees only darkness, decay, and dirt. But then, that whisper comes back. The dark passenger.
There is one thing.
Yeah. The darkness lights up with a purpose again, rekindled by his sister's need and the system's failure.
So he embraces it. Fully.
Completely. Tells Reed he's going to work, calls it a much happier task beyond the dull and into delight.
I think work means.
He drives to Victor Chapin's house. Chapin was another potential target mentioned earlier ambushes and kills him, a symbolic return.
And how does he feel?
Much calmer, drained of tension. It affirms that twisted sense of relief his hobby gives him.
Even though he has that terrifying dream. About Brian and his kids in a pool of blood.
Despite that, his purpose becomes clear again. He justifies it now through fatherhood.
How?
It is for her sake that we do this tonight. For Lillian, for all the Lillians, to make a better place of the world they will grow into.
A serial killer's justification. Making the world better his way for his daughter. Chilling.
And his final target, the one thing his sister wants, the one thing only he can get for her.
Bobby Acosta.
Bobby Acosta brings it all full circle.
Right.
Back to Deborah's request and Dexter's dark path, now seemingly endorsed by the person closest to him.
What an absolutely incredible twisted journey. Through Dexter's psyche, his attempts at normalcy.
Yeah, we see him really struggle to embrace that normal family life.
Only to get dragged right back into the shadows? Partly by circumstance, sure, but also by the needs, the demands of the people he actually cares about.
And this deep dive really shows how tangled up everything gets. Personal identity, family loyalty, this warped sense of justice.
Especially when the official systems, the legal system, just fall short.
Right. It forces you, the listener, to think about some uncomfortable truths. That sometimes maybe the most extreme actions come from this really perverse kind of love or protection.
So, the question it leaves you with, maybe. In a world that definitely has darkness and injustice, and when the rules don't seem to work, what would you be willing to do to protect the people you love?
And what would that cost your own soul?
Something to think about. The Deep Dive will be back soon with more insights.